All right, we are officially back from Vermont. We finished up the Spartan race over this past weekend. It was a successful weekend. I barely got under the time cap. Final time for the Spartan Ultra in Killington, Vermont was 14 hours, 13 minutes. I had about 16 minutes before the cap cut off. So I started at sun up, ended well after sundown. It was an amazing experience. I felt like everything I could have done, I did leading up to the race. My body felt great. Best condition I could be in to tackle that race. And they say that is the hardest race they have in the US, is the Spartan Killington Ultra. So if you're looking for a test physically, mentally, get yourself signed up for that next year and see what you got. But I'm gonna be doing a full race breakdown in a separate video. So if that's something that you wanna see, make sure you drop a comment below and let me know about that. But either way, today's workout, wanted to do a quick little review for you. It's my first hard workout coming back from the Spartan Ultra, and really it's still just kind of a deload workout, just getting the body moving, getting a good sweat on. It is Wednesday. Monday, didn't do anything else but daily 250, so I rode the assault bike a little bit. Yesterday, went through a light little circuit similar to this, all body weight stuff, and then today I got the kettlebell out to throw some weight around and get a good sweat going. So really just easing back into training. Legs are finally starting to loosen up a little bit more. They were absolutely destroyed, if you can imagine. So, but either way, giving you a breakdown on this workout. So ended up doing 6 rounds through this circuit. So we started with 5 bar muscle ups. We went to 10, what did we do? 10 devil snatches with the kettlebell, which those are always fun. We did 15 toes to bar. From there, we went to 20 Cossack squats, and then we went down the ladder. So we went 15 GHD sit-ups, 10 American kettlebell swings, and then we finished things out with some short box jumps. I just wanted to get the body moving explosively, but we finished with 5 box jumps there. So looking at the workout as a whole, ways to regress this if you wanted to hit this and take it on, but you're just not quite to the level of some of these movements. So for the bar muscle ups, I always suggest regressing that down to a strict chest to bar pull up if you can get that done. If not, go to a strict pull up. If not a strict pull up, then a jackknife type pull up. And if we can't get a strict pull up, we really need to be working at that skill, develop that strength, get in the reps. I suggest doing that stuff 3 times a week, varying amounts of reps throughout the week. But if you want to get better at it, the more focus you put on it, the better you will get at it, right? So, but either way, bar muscle ups, easy swap in there. For the second movement, the devil snatches, I would just suggest cutting out the burpee and just hitting snatches on each arm. So I used a 53-pound kettlebell. You could regress that weight down to whatever you feel comfortable. But yeah, if you need to regress that, 5 kettlebell snatches per side. Looking at the toes to bar, you could certainly go knees to bows. If you don't want to do hanging toes to bar or knees to bows, you can certainly switch to a dip bar. You can go dip bar leg tuck or leg raise, dip bar knee tuck. Since we're doing the GHD sit-ups, if you're going to regress that, I would suggest something like a full V seat on the ground. So we're switching up the movement variation a little bit. But looking at the Cossack squats, this is a great movement that really tests your athleticism. It tests your mobility, your stability. I really love this movement because it's a movement that not a lot of people go into. It's the lateral side-to-side movement. Most people move front to back, up and down, and that's it, right? So I love Cossack squats for that reason. However, if you're lacking mobility and flexibility in the hips and the ankles, hamstrings, low back, it's going to be a difficult movement for you. So there's different ways that you could regress this if you wanted to. One of my favorites is to grab a band that's either attached to the wall or attached to a squat rack, lean back so there's tension in the band, and then that helps you ease into the depth that's required for these Cossack squats. So if you're not able to get the full depth, you can use a band. If that's still a struggle for you, I would just suggest going into like a drop lunge, especially for this particular workout, just to swap things out. So, but that's on the Cossack squats. And then we're looking at the GHD sit-ups. To swap in a movement for that, I would just suggest ab mat sit-ups or just regular sit-ups. Pretty simple swap in there. For the kettlebell swings, going American style for the normal setup. If you need to regress that, go Russian. If you don't go swings, I would suggest some RDLs, some light RDLs, just working that hinging movement. And then rounding things out with a box jump. So you're either jumping on a small box. If you don't have a box to jump onto, you're just doing some simple vertical jumps. We're just wanting to move the body explosively is the main focus for that. But either way, a good look at how I kind of ease back into training. This is a perfect setup to hit, especially if you're busy. It took me about, well, I did 6 total rounds. I tried to stay every 6 minutes for the setup. I was finishing rounds around that 6-minute mark. So I do the math, that's about 40 minutes, right? 36 minutes total is what it took me. So if you're rushed for time, you can cut a round or two out. That's a great 20 to 30 minute workout right there. Hitting body head to toe, getting a lot of things done, and getting a big bang for your buck. But either way, good look at my workout there, easing back into the process. Got a lot of big things coming up down the road as far as what I'm gonna be training for, which I'll share more of when we get to that time. But for now, as always, get after it, go out there and earn it.